vibe. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
Hello, if you on my right leg, that's Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Hello, if you on...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Jaguars coming in at 11-3, going up against the Monarchs, who come in at 5-9.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys, he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
He'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And some room to maneuver. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards on the ground. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll drop the throw. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Room to run inside the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the play there. And that'll be good enough for the first.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down deep in their territory. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. 55 yards. Fournette on the counter. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100-plus in this one in order to stay in that race.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The tight end in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They're going to try and throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Blair Brown in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. To throw, it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run. On play action, it's Bortles. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Running left, it's Fournette. Down to the 25. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And the Redskins have scored again to extend their advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run the counter now on first down. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Bortles. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Back now in Jacksonville as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. Here's Brad Nordman now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
They'll set up a throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Bortles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 3rd down and goal from the 6. Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw here on 2nd and 10. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jump all the way to the end zone.
They're going to try and run. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He'll look to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught at the 8. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Bortles going to throw here. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They still can't get it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he will go down inside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And to give this time to the tailback. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw here, and that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jaguars, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week